The Belstaff Temple jacket is a fantastic mesh ventilated lightweight summer jacket from the best brand in our lineup. This is a jacket that comes in at £275 and is CE approved to level A. This was released last season and it became the bestseller in our collection immediately. And this mesh vented jacket part of the motorcycle clothing market has really exploded in the last couple of years, and there's now a fantastic choice. And whilst the Belstaff Temple does still sit at the top of that price range in at £275, for a Belstaff it is still remarkably good value. This is a brand that features jackets with 4 figures, and this is a jacket that is every penny worth £275 in my opinion. It very nearly didn't get made for whatever reason. The Belstaff methodology is something that always leaves us very confused, and we actually had to push very hard with a large order to get this actually into production for this season. And we've done that, and we have 3 wonderful colours for this spring-summer riding season 2020. We have the navy that we have next to us here, the black continues, and we have a wonderful military green as well. All 3 colours look absolutely stunning. There are a few things that we wanted to reflect on, having had this jacket now for a year, and feedback from customers has really given us a lot of insight into what made this successful, which may be useful if you guys are out there considering a mesh jacket. Because undoubtedly, if you wanted something that ticks the same boxes on paper, you do have some very compelling competitors when it comes to things like the Revit Vigor jacket and the Revit Eclipse. So they come in at around the £130 mark, so pretty much half the price of this jacket, still level A CE approved as well. One of the weaknesses potentially with the Temple that has been highlighted in a few of the comments on the previous video review we did was the fact that this does only come in dark colours. So if you live somewhere really fiery hot, then as soon as you stop at the lights, you may start to feel that heat. So in that sense, yes, potentially there's a missed trick there. And if you needed something in a light sand or beigey colour, then the Revit is definitely going to be a better option if that's your primary criteria when it comes to getting the absolute lightest and best hot weather riding jacket you can. It is also slightly more vented, so I would say this has been designed with more of a Northern European climate in mind. You have the mesh panels, which is a nylon running through the upper side of the arms, so catching the air oncoming as you ride along on the bike, and also on the inside on the waists as well. You have airflow that's able to get in through the zippers, and otherwise you just have a very light nylon throughout the rest of the jacket. And the cut and the branding and everything blends really nicely to make this just a quintessential Belstaff. This does not feel like a cheap Belstaff, even though it is a cheap Belstaff jacket, if you follow me. This is something that is exactly spot on true to the size guide, and this is something that's reflected in all the data we have when it comes to returns and everything like that. So in this, I am in the large, and I'm someone with a 41 and a bit inch chest. So this is listed as fitting a 40 and a 41, and this fits really nicely. It's not quite as much of a sports kind of slightly fitted cut as something like the Revit jacket. It has a slightly more wearable off the bike, I would say, slightly more relaxed fit and feel to it, but it is still tailored. It doesn't feel loose or baggy in any way. You can tailor it in at the waist because you have the 3 poppers and also on the cuff as well, and the 2 snaps on the collar. These are rubberized as well, just to prevent any chance of any abrasion or scratching of your tank. They have the Belstaff engraved into them, which looks really nice, and you've also got the patch logo on the sleeve. On this product, so far to date, we have 20 5-star reviews in the black and only 1 4-star review. No other lower stars than that, so it's definitely been kind of well received by people that have actually purchased them. The 4-star review mentioned the reflective logo on the back, looking like it might potentially be something that could peel over time. That was the kind of knockoff of the star. Can't honestly say we've had any complaints to that effect. It is this nice 3M blended reflective material that doesn't look obviously like a reflective strip under normal lighting, but it lights up as bright as anything that's an obvious reflective piece when there is a headlight shone on it from the rear. So it's nice to have a little bit of high vis going on there. You also have this one piping piece across the lower section that basically does the same thing as that. We're pleased to note that inside, included at the price, we have armour in the elbows and shoulders, CE approved to level 1. It's a Safe Tech armour. It's quite nice and streamlined. It's actually moulded, which actually I prefer over some of the really flat, floppy stuff that you can get out there, which is slightly thinner, but a little bit less reassuring, I find. That's just a personal thing. You also have a pocket for the back protection so that you can upgrade to a full complement in the back as well. As you go down inside, it's really quite straightforward. You have this nice Belstaff gunmetal zipper, that little overlay rubber snap that we mentioned at the bottom, and you have this mesh lining just to keep it nice and comfortable, helping wick away moisture. A Napoleon pocket with vertically accessed YKK zip there, good for storage, and that's basically your lot. So this is a nice lightweight tailored jacket in at £275. Now it really comes down to, I suppose, whether you feel that it's fair that for half the price you can get something that on paper does the same thing, Or to look at it another way, for another £100, you can get yourself a Belstaff jacket. I would slightly subscribe to the latter. I have to admit, I'm a bit of a sucker for the brand, but of course that's open to you guys, and we still feel this represents a really cracking item from them for this spring-summer season. So we want to know what you guys think. Leave thoughts, comments and feedback in the section below. These are very much in stock. We have all 3 colours available, ready to go right now. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope you're staying safe out there. We'll see you again soon for another video review of the world's finest riding gear. Goodbye.